right now we want to talk to Walt Frazier, as we always do at Friday, and he's going to tell us what to watch for, which is driven by Rally Motors. Walt, the Knicks have lost 10 of 12. In the second half yesterday, especially in the third quarter, when the Heat made a run, it looked like their confidence sagged and they gave up. How do you get up for a game against the Warriors now at the Garden tonight?
Well, primarily because they're home. It's a different scenario when you're home. They still are in it mathematically. They still have a chance to get into the playoffs, so there's still something to play for. But the main thing is pride. Pride, Mike. You got to take pride in what you're doing. Once you get out on that court, it's not about money. It's about your pride, and that's what these guys have to try to find a bona fide leader that could try to galvanize them for the remaining games.
Walt, I got your bobblehead from MSG here, so he's joined us here on the simulcast, so I got it right there on deck for you. So that's all.
Take it easy on me, Don. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
The guard play really disappointed me last night. The shooting was absolutely horrendous, and I guess a lot of that could be explained away by Felton and what's on his mind. But just how disappointing has this backcourt been, not only last night, but just going forward this season?
Well, that's been one of the problems, the backcourt, from the get-go since the season started. Remember, Raymond had issues then, hamstring. He didn't play much during the preseason, so he was kind of behind. There was rumors about being out of shape. So once he finally came back, he still never played up to the expectations that he had last season. And Shumpert couldn't score. He was very erratic. JR was also in the doldrums, having his problems. So that's really why the Knicks got off to this inauspicious start, because of the backcourt woes, guys not living or playing up to expectation.
Hardaway's been a revelation this year, but yesterday he was very bad. Do you attribute that to the fact that he's playing in Miami where his dad had so many good years? You think that situation's just got the best of him?
Yeah, being home, wanting to have a superb game, and just got overwhelmed by the circumstances. As you alluded to, he has been one of the bright spots for the Knicks this season. So Hardaway's exuded a lot of confidence and made some big shots for them. Has to improve his defense, and that's been evident since Shumpert has been away. Hardaway's been seeing more playing time, but they have not been able to deny those shooting guards, the point guards, continue to create havoc in the paint.
Now, Walt, there's no question that Felton deserves to play. You're innocent until proven guilty and all that, but considering, and we had Jalen Rose on earlier, that the first two games after the arrest were both on national television, and with all the attention that's on the Knicks to begin with, would have they been better off maybe sitting him down, not as a punishment, but just try to take some of the distraction away and let him kind of focus on other things?
Well, maybe that was a scenario, but then you look at the team. Like you said, he's guilty. He's innocent until guilty. So the team, I think, is taking that approach. That why should we punish him? Why should we do anything? We can't do anything right now because we don't know. So he's still a part of the Knicks family, so let's play him. I'm sure if they talked to Raymond, he wanted to play. I'm sure he didn't want to sit out. He also alluded to the fact that it was not a distraction, which I really agree with. It has to be a distraction when people are talking to you about things other than basketball. So that statement that he made, I don't necessarily agree with, but allowing him to play, I think, was a decision that I might go with.
I want to see how life was different when you played, because Charles Barkley yesterday on TNT said he has 4 cars, and in every single car he has a licensed gun. I mean, you were a man about town when the Knicks were winning championships. Did athletes at that time ever think about having to protect themselves with guns?
No, we were making love, not war, man.
So that wasn't even a thought.
Hey, Michael, check this out, man. I used to go to every city wearing my mink coats. I never feared anybody would rob me, anybody would steal my coat. I wouldn't do that now. There's no way I would wear my mink coat to Chicago or some of these other cities now. I wouldn't feel that safe doing that. But when I was playing, I never feared I would go anywhere, because I think I could say, hey, man, I'm Clyde. That, nobody would bother me. Oh, that's Walt Frazier, man. Yeah, he's cool. Let him go. Right. So I never feared that. Never had a bodyguard. Never felt threatened by anybody that anyone would do me any harm.
Do you feel that the players now, because of the interest level and because of the money, that they should feel unsafe?
Yeah, they should feel vulnerable. We've seen that. Guys have been carjacked. Guys have been robbed. It was very prevalent at one time. Remember, they were robbing guys. I think Marbury was carjacked. But still, is a gun the answer? My thing is, I think if I could talk to someone, like if someone is trying to rob me, I think just being cool and just say, hey, man, take what you want. You know, I'm not resisting. Just take what you want, and that's it. I think you could talk to people without having a gun, because now once you pull a gun, you know, there's some bad circumstances can happen if the other person has a gun too. So they're looking to shoot you rather than just take what you have.
That's exactly what you've been saying, Don.
I don't understand how these guys can feel safe, or at least walking the street. If somebody puts a pistol in your face, you're going to give them the money. I mean,
right.
Nothing on your person is worth risking your life for. Nothing.
Right. I'll tell them, meet me here tomorrow, too. Some more money.